Are you ready for a good chat? Go on and tune in to the Go On Then podcast. It's your place to go with your host, David GSA Wrestling, and co-host, Ryan Iconic Shadows.
And we're back with the 5th episode of the Go On Then podcast with me, David GSA Wrestling.
And me, Ryan Iconic Shadows, and we do hope you're okay today.
And I'm hoping my voice survives this this podcast. Because I felt it started tingling. We've done like 3 back-to-back here, and we're not usually used to doing 3, but we got into a row with the last podcast, and we ended up changing the podcast we was going to do for this week back to January, so it was a good start. We're going to do college stories. Do you want me to carry on with where we was up to?
Yeah, I think a lot of it's going to be you anyway. So I think it sounds like you've got quite a bit.
Oh mate, this story's legendary. Right, so I'll fill you in what happened abroad. We went abroad to Poland college. This is like the first year of college, so I would have been about 17. Was it legal age for drinking?
What were you doing at college?
ICT.
Thing.
I did ICT, then I went to youth work, and then I went on to sports and development. But I ended up leaving just before, because obviously I moved to Scotland. I ended up leaving before I passed the course. But I was going to coach kids, autistic kids and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
I was going to do that at one point. Like I'd signed up for it. But the only downside is I had to be careful because my younger brother went to that school that I was meant to be working at. So obviously you're not allowed to work. If you don't know, as like sports or anything, you can't work with someone of your like descendants or like family. So it was a bit awkward. So I wanted to do it, but they was going to try and avoid putting my brother in because my brother usually would sign up for stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? So they was either going to put in with someone else or, you know what I mean? Anyway, so going back to the Poland story. We went away. It was, if you've never been to Poland, it's a lovely place. If you like history, brilliant place to go. The first day we got there, I nearly got sent home. Like, the first day I went there, I got nearly sent home from college. The college course. Like, they was looking up tickets to fly us home. It was that bad. We got over there, but we forgot, like, there's a delay. Like, the time moves forward from Poland to UK. So, like, we thought it was, like, 9 o'clock. It was, like, 1 a.m. in the morning.
Why was this, David? Why, in your infinite wisdom, did this happen to you?
Because we went buying beer. It was, the thing is, though, it was like Eurotrip. Have you ever watched the movie Eurotrip? That's what it was like. Because like, we came out, like, we was in a youth hostel. So,
Wow.
no, but like, not like, that's when everybody crashed. Like, it was like £200 a go. You know what I mean? And he was there like a week or so or two. And as we came out the youth hostel, we was like, there was me, Grid, and Ado who went. So we went, and obviously I was putting money in. I think Ado did and Grid did, but Grid and Ado looked the oldest, and then I looked the next oldest. To the point where I could buy beer while I was over there because I looked about 20. Because I was built like a unit. So we went past, and when you go down a dark alley, as you come off our building, there's a dark alley attached to it. And I can't, like, I'll do the voice. Hey, you, young sir. I'm like, the fuck? You know when you look round, you're like, who the hell's that? Like, I'm in the middle of I'm in Poland, I don't know shit, right? Honestly, this guy was the creepiest person. He came out the darkness. It was like, when you see, like, are you going to give me your soul? Like, that's literally what it was like. He came out of nowhere. He was like, hey, you, young sir. I'm like, oh, crap. He said, you like young lady? 10 ladies all that. I was like, oh, no. I was like, no. So we avoided the creepy man with the woman. Like, stay there. And then we went to, like, the local, the local shop.
Oh yeah.
So we went to the local shop because there was only, like, one shop open. And this guy comes in and goes, you, move! And tries to push us all back. We're British. We're English. You don't mess with a kid. Like, sit down. So, like, he pushed us back going, you youngsters can move. And I looked at Grid, and I looked at Ado, and Ado and Grid were flipping. Do you know what I mean? Because he, like, just shoved past us for no apparent reason. You know what I mean? Just being, like, someone from there. And we're like, bro, like, do you really want to go? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it was at that point. by this point, this young lad starts talking to us, and he's like, "I've got a house party. You should come. There's loads of gorgeous women." And we're like, "Sign us up." You couldn't have planned it any better. As we pulled up, the boys went upstairs to tell the other guys, like, there was a party, we could get to it, tonight.
Yeah.
Then the tutor who got on really well with me, who wanted me they'd already wanted to sign me up, for like level 2, like really got on with me. Like said, oh, like you know what you're doing. He was like, come and do the course with me. I didn't want to do youth work. I wanted to go into youth work. I didn't want to do IT. He was like, you're going home? I went, you what? He's like, you better go in there. He went, where's the other two? I went, they've gone upstairs putting beer away. Because obviously he was sounding, you know what I mean? It wasn't like a grass, it was a sound thing. He was like, right, well, come in. You're going to have... by the way, this tutor's a legend, and I'm not going to bring his name in, but he bought me 6 wives over there because I look too young. Legend. Not because I smoked, because I brought some home, for my stepdad. He was like, come in. So I had to go and apologise, like, look really sad. I managed to bluff it enough to let us stay. But if we did it again, we was going home. But then I made the foolish mistake of going to sleep first on the first night, and they decided to spray deodorant in my mouth while I was asleep.
Wow.
Yeah, assholes. But the bad thing is, like, when you have jet lag, like the first time you fly in a plane, you always get jet lag. It was the first time I'd ever been in a plane, but the boys knew this because, like, they was teasing me on the plane, going, "That's just the engine stalling. That's it, just crashing." But you what about here, bro? I like it's first. So that was the first night. Second night we met this guy. Like, no, actually that wasn't it. I woke up like 2-3 hours later. When your body resets itself. My body like readjusted itself, and I woke up and had a few beers. But there was some American birds over there. Oh, mwah, beautiful. They was having a few bevies with the boys. I went out, had a couple of beers with the boys. Went to bed. Woke up, and I think we went to Salt Mine the day after. And it was really good. And then we went to Krakow. That's, where the German prison camp.
Oh, right.
Where obviously... mate, I don't usually get emotional, but I cried my eyes out in there. I feel like because my granddad, like, not like my biological granddad, but like someone who brought me up as my granddad, he's Polish, and like his family was from there, and like just the emotion took over me, and I was crying. It annoyed the crap out of the boys because this woman was gorgeous and was all over me because I was upset. Like, she was like proper good looking bird. The boys were peeved. Then the World Cup was on, or the Euro Cup as well. It was the time when the Euro Cup was on, or the World Cup. And like Poland was playing, but they had like an open, like an open bar, like not an open bar, but like an open, like with a mini football pitch set up on a big screen. And obviously I could get served. So I was buying tenants. Like, the boys were sending me up with money, and like we was buying tenants. The Scottish pint. We was drinking that while I was over there. There was a Hooters over there. Did not know. I hate the boys for that. Didn't tell me. Assholes. I would have so gone to Hooters. The best one was there's 2 good stories for this one. 3 actually. One, have you ever heard of nude? When they go nude? There's a bird on grass going nude, but none of us noticed. We was playing football, nobody noticed. And then I turned over and spotted it. When you like look over, you're like, oh. And then I went, was she naked? And then I turned around and looked at it. And as I looked round, I got hit with the ball in the face. Like, clean. Like, when it knocks you on your ass. I got hit with this ball so hard, I went, pfft. I stood up and they went, David, what are you doing? I just pointed over because I didn't know what to say. And they all went, ooh. Because she was naked. Like, she had like bottoms on, but her tits were out, fully like sunbathing naked, but like on grass. And obviously it's not over here, it's not common for people to sit sunbathe naked. You know what I mean? So like, yeah, that was quite funny. And then we got high, but we didn't mean to get high. Right, we went. One piece of advice: if you ever go to Poland, don't go down a dark alley to a restaurant. It's a bad idea. Because I don't know what they put in our pizza, but it was fucked. Right, we went in and we must have ordered like 2 big. They must have loved us because we ordered like 2 big pizzas. For split between us, because like you get 20 inches over there, so like you get 10 inches each. So you buy split a pie between a pie, American term, a pie pizza. slice of pizza between you. You get 10 each to eat, right? So we're all eating it. But I'm guessing it wasn't the pop, because if it was, despite the pop, because we was drinking Pepsi. Do you know what I mean? Like, because we wasn't drink. I might have had a beer. The boys were having Pepsi. No, I didn't. I had a beer. I had a Coke, because that's what the conversation we had afterwards. We got to the point where we didn't know we was high until we went playing pool later on in the night. We ate our meal and went back to, the youth fair. And you could play, they had like an open pool table, downstairs. They had a pool table and a cinema. This is how cool this youth was. They had a bar, but you have your passport or they wouldn't serve you. They had like like a pool table. They had a pool table and they had the cinema world as well. Because that's when I watched, remember Borat?
Yeah.
That's when I watched Borat for the first time. Was in Poland.
Yeah.
Right, so we watched that, and then obviously we was watching. We was playing pool, and every time a ball went in the hole, we laughed about the ball going in the hole. So either we're high or stoned. There's no middle ground there. Like there's something gone wrong. Anyway, the boys come in and like, "What have you been doing? Are you pissed?" I went, "No, we didn't drink. We had Coke." And he went, "Well, there's something wrong with you boys." We take it as like they'd spike the drink that I don't think was very light there, or they put like magic, because it's legal over there, isn't it? Weed in Poland, so we think they put like weed in the fucking pizza. I thought we knew. Oh, I've got two actually. I've got two more stories. I bought mints. I had to explain the story more. I had a girlfriend back home, like a fiance, and she was going to split up with me because I was going abroad, and she didn't want me cheating on her while I was abroad. And I said I wouldn't. I went to buy Chewies, while I was in Poland, because what a weird place. They had them on display right near the till. You know where Chewies would be in the UK?
Yeah.
There wasn't Chewies. There was Nodders.
Oh, God.
There was condoms. So I said to boys, like, if you need a condom, feel free, because I'm not taking them up. Because my missus will like, she'll be like, why did you open them? Do you know what I mean? So yeah, we end up not taking them up. And then the other one was the boys nearly got in a fight with a bunch of Americans over there over a girl from Ukraine. Wow. It was like, have you watched the film The Warriors? Warriors, come out to play. It was like that. It was like a pack of wolves. It was like, when you go, Avengers, assemble. It was like, do-do-do. Like, this is the time when we decked the pizza as well. Three of us were high, right? All you see was like two of us jump over the table, like Olympic jump over the table, and go, "What's up, bro?" It was like a fucking, what's it, dirty grandpa, It was like, "What's up now, bro?" It was like that. It was like that. It was amazing. Like, but it was all right. The good thing is, like, one of us slept with a girl, so it worked out well. But still a good story. The boys were legendary. That it was a really good time. We all had a good laugh with each other. There was no like arguments or anything. While we was over there, it was amazing. Like, not everybody got on with everybody. You know what I mean? It was really good. So it was really, really good. Best one was like we played bowling over there as well, and I realised like I'm not an even number. I'm an odd number. Like, when you bowl over here, it's all even numbers, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's odd in Poland. Like, my hand is so like big that like a 9's perfect grip. I got strikes. I'm just saying, if I got a 9 ball over in the UK, I'd get strikes all the time, because in Poland I got strikes every time. I never missed one shot. It was me and Gridby. Grid was going off, right, because me and Grid were on, there was like a load of us, so what we had to do was like split, between two machines. But the machines were crap, they kept breaking down all the time. Like, the machines were so bad. Like, we only played half the game. We like booked for so many hours, but like the game kept crashing all the time. I was like, well, would you not extend the time, because like the game keeps crashing? We never managed to complete the full fucking set of balls between us because it kept crashing. That much. That keep coming fixing it. It was horrible. But like, me and Grin were on fire. It was like I think at one point me and Grin were like both balling at the exact same time, and you just said strike. It was awesome. But yeah, really good time. I could bring up another college one, but it's not college related. It is, but it is. I was at college, but I was away on holiday when I was at college. Obviously, I went to Tenerife. I don't know if have I told you about Tenerife?
I'm not sure, to be honest.
Where I went to see the whale show in Tenerife. Right.
I don't know.
Right, anyway, so explain Tenerife. I went with my missus at the time. We got engaged while we was abroad. Obviously, we're not together now, but like, I was 18, you know what I mean? She was like 16, loving me life at the time. We got engaged on Tenerife on the beach. I spent £250 on the ring. Did not get the ring back. Learnt my lesson.
Wow.
I bought her a Swan diamond ring as well. You know how dear a Swan diamond ring is? King bastard. Anyway, so it was about 250 quid, so we definitely in UK money, and it was like 300 whatever over there. We went to. I'm one of these like now I can sit down and relax a bit more, but like when I was younger, I wanted to go walking and hiking, you know, like and go out. I don't know about you, like now I can lie around. You can sit down more now, can't you, Ryan? Probably. You know what you don't know.
I think I mean, really.
Yeah, but like no, I don't mean that, but like you can relax a bit more now. You're younger, you know, more mature. When I was younger, I wanted to go out and see everything. So for like the first couple of days, I went to the pool and I was like, oh, that's cool. And then I was like, do you know what? I can't do another day around the fucking pool. I'm gonna have to go out. So I went for a walk, and I got that far into Tenerife. I went from the nice part to the rough part of Tenerife. I felt like a. I've never seen one in the UK. In like a mall. I went through a mall and I was like, bro, this is sick. Like, we don't have malls in the UK. We have like shopping centres, but we don't have malls. And this mall was sick. Like, there were shops everywhere, you know what I mean? It was sick. To went through that. We do have malls, but they're not malls, are they?
No, I see what you mean. We've got Meadow
Yeah.
Hall. That's probably one of the closest things there is.
Yeah, there's like a mall, but it's not mall. This was like a really fancy mall, you know, like really high up and really quite open and designed. It was amazing. Went through that, and then I got to like, you know, when you hit a brick wall, I like hit like a point where like the road was like either go left or right or come back on myself. You know what I mean? So I hit that point, and then it was funny because they had like a pole, you know, pole dancing lessons.
Oh, is
And
that
I
what you're
sh-
into now?
no, I shit you not. Guess what's right at the side of it? Strip club.
Oh,
Like
wonder
honestly,
why.
no, but you couldn't like you couldn't write that. Like
Yeah.
I've never seen that. So, like you see a pole dancing class and then a strip club right at the side of it. I was like, well, that's like learn, go straight to the business. You know, like, you know? I was like, holy shit. So that happened, and then I got back. I had an embarrassing story with that as well. Like I went obviously me and my girlfriend, and she brought like her family. She brought like a you know one of her family from Wales, but me and her fella were like the same build, you know, like, built like units. And she thought I was a fella and turned over to say hi to him, and she was naked. You know what I mean? I was like awkward. Do you know what I mean? Like I was like, oh, we had. I tell you what was a bad idea over there. You get sambuca for free. Bad idea. I ended up drunk and ended up sleeping majority of the day after trying to get over the hangover because I drunk that much sambuca, and my mate went to cry on a beach.
Wow.
fully cried on the beach because like it was funny because like you know Ant I was telling you about. Uh, he was dating the other sister. We was both like dating sisters, but we was both really close friends. And yeah, he went and cried on a beach, and I was like, oh shit. I heard about it the day after. I was like, oh shit. But yeah, can't think what else. I don't think there's anything else for my stories. Oh, we went to see the whale show. I didn't realise like how bad it was till like later on in life. I do not promote whale shows, and I don't agree with anybody going watching them because I feel like they're out of order. Like I didn't realise how bad it was until like after I got older, and like obviously have you seen the black fish movie?
I don't think I have to be honest.
It's about
What's
whales
it
and
about?
how they abuse them and shit. Oh, it's horrendous. Like I didn't know. Like obviously I went as a paying fan, but like I didn't realize at the time how bad it is. Do you know what I mean? Like it's really bad. Uh, it's crazy. I honestly I didn't know it was that bad till like I actually watched it, and like when you watch that, it's on Netflix, David, just type in Ryan, it's on Netflix. Type in Blackfish,
Yeah.
you know what? It's horrendous. Like what they do to them is horrendous. They basically torture them.
Bloody hell.
Just like they starve them of food. I didn't know this at the time. Obviously, I was a paying fan, and like I'd never seen a whale, so it was amazing to see a whale up close. They had a splash zone as well. You know where you sit down and the whale comes at you at full speed and like splashes.
Oh right.
Bro, like we didn't realise till like the whale was coming at us, and like you know when you're looking at a whale at first, you're like, this is gonna splash us and it's gonna hit us, and we've got our mobiles in our pockets. Like it's like we had to dart up there before it hits us. It was horrendous. But yeah, I've seen death now because I've seen a whale come at me like at speed. I was like, it's gonna eat me. But yeah, then a splash zone, you know, dedicated to like whether you want to be splashed and stuff. But like, you don't realize like how small them pools are. You know, it'd be fine for like a human being because we're not that tall. But you imagine like a whale that weighs 250 pounds. You know what I mean? Like, and he's like the size of a fucking. You know what I mean? It's disgusting, like what they do. And like, you know, if they fail to do a trick, they don't feed him.
That's ridiculous.
And like, there's a whale that was known for killing, you know, like trainers and stuff. And like they were still breeding it. Like not because it get attacked, you know, by the females. They like they inseminate, you know, the whales. Like get the whales and then impregnate them themselves by getting the sperm from the like male whale and giving it to the female whale. Like it worked out that Telecom had like fathered every baby that had come out of SeaWorld, and like that's what it's mainly focused about. Was like this whale was a killer, and they were still breeding the fucking thing, you know, afterwards. It's crazy. Right, let's do your college stories.
A lot of mine are nowhere near as crazy as yours, David. Because
I've lived a life, bro. I lived a life. What can I say? I had an interesting
like
life.
I already mentioned in a previous episode, one time when we were at college, this one's linked to the next part of it because it's from the same lecturer that we just didn't like to always go to, not for any particular reason. We just didn't. It wasn't very enjoyable. We decided, no, we're not doing this. We just decided not to go to the lesson. We went to go and have KFC instead.
Horrendous.
Yeah.
Bad boys.
Truly, like, how could I do that?
At least do it over women. If there's got to be a valid reason, it's a woman.
Yeah, so supposedly I've got no way to prove him wrong apart from Googling it, you know. But I can't be bothered to do that. He said that he worked on FIFA at one point or something. I was like, nah.
There's no way you'd be a billionaire at this point.
It was like so I think we were testing some stuff out. I don't know if it was something to do with voice recording or something. Mm-hmm. But for some reason, for his like testing, also he could like do. For some reason, he said his name, then he called himself a bad boy. I was like, what are you doing here, mate? This sounds proper dodgy.
Was he doing the dance? Bad boy. Bad boy.
I was like, so you're calling yourself a bad boy? I don't know if you realise, like, I think it's also the way he said it. I was like, what? What are you on about?
I've never been accused of being a bad boy. I wish I had been.
Then you've got the whole thing of one time. I can't remember the exact reason why this happened, but me and a couple of us were just chatting, and the next minute somebody comes running, who was also in our class at the time, while we were in town. They come running and near enough push this guy into a shopping window. I was like, you ran much quicker, and if you were a bit stronger, you probably could have pushed him through that window. It was mental. I was like, I don't understand the ins and outs of what this situation is, but there was no need for that.
Bro, you know, like, was you much of a fighter when you was a kid? Like, did you fight much, or was like...
Not really, I just kept to myself most of the time.
Bro, I had so many fights. I've not got brain damage or, like, skull fracture. I haven't got a fucking Scooby-Doo. I had so many fights when I was a kid. Like, do you know what it is? Like, if you're skinny and, like, you're a runt, nobody cares, you know what I mean? But as soon as you're built like an animal, they freaking hate it, you know what I mean? And, like, I've naturally built like a muscly guy, you know, like up top. Like, it looks like I've been to the gym, you know, because when I'm in shape, it looks like I've been to the gym, even though I've not, because I'm just built like a, you know, a shithouse. So, like, everybody wanted to challenge me. It was like, you know, when you move into a new area, let's put it this way, I end up fighting 20 people in, like, the space of 2 weeks, 3 weeks. It was crazy. Like, it was like, whoever they could find hit me or try and have a fight with me, it was crazy. And like this includes you at bullying at school. Try and stand up for yourself if you can, but if you can't, then speak to someone about it. Like,
Oh, definitely. Like, there's been many campaigns, even with wrestling, where they're like, don't just stick it out. Actually, like, say something to somebody.
don't get me wrong, if someone takes a swing at you, knock them out. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the best advice I can say to you is like try and avoid a fight. Like I do, I try and avoid a fight, but if I have to, I will fight. You know what I mean? I don't know about you. I don't really like fighting, Ryan. It's something I try and
No,
avoid.
I don't either, to be honest.
But I've fought probably more times than you. I had. There was one kid I beat up 4 times, if not 5.
Why?
Because he came at me, bro. What do you want me to do? Like, I can avoid it. So he brought a crowbar to me head and I still beat him up. Right, I'll fill you in on the full story. Basically, what happened is, it's hard to explain. What happened was, it was, you know when you have a fight with someone?
Yeah.
This kid just wanted a piece of me, constantly, to the point where it was ridiculous. And he would fight and fight and fight and fight and fight, but like he just wouldn't give me a break from it. And like it was crazy. Like, you know when you're just being an asshole for being an asshole's sake.
Yeah.
This guy was just an asshole because he wanted to be an asshole. And because I beat him up, he came back with a weapon, and then he came back again. I took the weapon off and beat the crap out of him, and then he came back with a metal iron bar. So I beat him up again, took the metal bar off him, and then beat the crap. Not with the metal bar. Just want to specify. I did not take the metal bar off him and then beat the crap out of him with a metal bar. I beat him fist to face. To the point where my stepdad had to step in because it was getting beyond a joke. This kid just kept coming after me, and yeah, it got beyond a joke, mate. Just a little bit.
Yeah, I can see that.
And yeah, it was weird because, like, obviously I don't like fighting, but like, it's funny because the funny thing is he started on me when I was at high school, but he forgets I knew where the little shit lived. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not like I knew where the one lived, but like I wasn't going to mess with him because he was a family friend and I couldn't really hit him, but I could mess him up because he wasn't a family friend. So like, it got to the point where like it was so bad that like, you know when you've had enough. I had enough, and I went after the kid. I went to his house, knocked on his house, and I went to his mum. You in? Is Michael in? She goes, no, Michael's not in. I was like, all right, okay. He said his nan's. I was like, all right, that's fine. I'll catch him again. I went and spoke to my Uncle Carl and my granddad, because my granddad had come round just in case that he needed like pull me off him because I'd snapped. So because like I don't fight, but when I lose the plot, it's game over. Like I just don't care. So my granddad comes with me, and like my granddad's like, "Well, you like?" So I went over, like, "Oh, he's not in." Again, it comes in. Then I seen him come out of an house 2 doors over, you know, across the road. I was like, "Yo, bro, you still want to go?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm in." Right. One piece of advice: make sure you know where you stood, and make sure you don't have cheap, shitty shoes on when you try and fight someone. I lost my footing because I had trainers on a wet grass, and I went arse over tit. But like.
Wow.
But he didn't miss a trick. As I landed, as I was trying to get up, he got me head in the headlock and started laying into my head, you know, with his punch. This just aggravated me to the point where I started calling him everything under the sun that I can't say in this podcast because it'll get took down straight away. But I called him a woman. I also called him something else that can't be said, and then I said, hey, "Can you really hit me? Because if you don't hit me hard enough, I'm going to knock you out so hard you won't know what day of week it is."
Wow.
And he's properly going in, but I'm now like, you know when you see red, the red has took over and my body is left. My brain has gone right. I literally pushed him back once, hit him with the right, and knocked him clean out. I'd even need to hit him twice. I knocked him out. And the reason. Because I was a big lad, I knocked him out so bad that his mum had to drag him off. You've never seen anything like it. Like, she was physically dragging her son because her son couldn't walk because he was that legless. and she's calling me fat at the same time. You're fat,
Wow.
dragging her son off. I was like, tell your son when he knows that fight, he can man up and try and take me on again. Yeah, you've never seen anything like it, Ryan. Unreal. But yeah, I've had quite a few. I had one where um, I pinned someone down and punched him 10 times at kidneys for teaching him a lesson. That was quite fun. So
I've got one where this didn't happen at school or anything. This was just I don't know why it happened. Right, me and Ed just randomly pinned a friend of ours at the time. Like we don't really speak to him much anymore, not for any particular reason. But we just pinned him down for no reason. Just like I punched him with the ball. So there's no context to this. We just did it for no reason.
yeah,
And I was like, sorry about that. Like, it was the most strangest situation ever. Like, why am I apologising for something? But then I realised what it was. I was like, oh, I've done something for no reason, that's why. Like, I don't know, just, as you are when you're young, sometimes you do things that you shouldn't really do, but at the time seem quite funny.
mate, I've done so much crazy shit when I was a kid. Like I was at one of those though that was like properly out there as a crazy kid, but like there was so many stuff like I've done that is stupid, but like obviously I don't know about you. I was quite like fitness. Like I wasn't fit. I wasn't a fitness junkie, but like I was quite.
Fitted.
I
Yeah.
wasn't like. I gave up rugby, so then I put a weight on, but then I like lost a load because I started playing football. But like it got to the point where like there was every day I was like doing sports every day from
Oh,
like
right.
it got like I was so in mate. I was like I weighed about fucking 9 stone at one point. It was ridiculous. Like, I got so in shape, it was ridiculous. Basically, I was playing. I was with the youth or the youth academy, like you like when you go to these YIP groups, youth volunteers and stuff. I went to a football training session on a Monday. Tuesday, I was playing for an open age football team, and I was 16. Wednesday, I was playing rugby with the youth. Thursday was football again with the open age. Friday was football with the youth plus playing the teachers as well, so that was like 4 hours of football. Saturday was the game with the open age team and like training as well, warming up and stuff. And Sunday was football with the youth. But then like I made it even worse because I started coaching girls on a Tuesday and Thursday as well for the youth. So like I had to go from training the girls and then going straight down running from like Cuffy's. That's like a good 10 miles away all the way up to like Augustine's, you know what I mean? Oh man, I
Yeah.
was so like the worst one was like we did a training session with the girls. I can tell you this one because this was a nightmare. And they had us like running around doing like like not like chase the ace, but something like that. Where we were constantly running. They had no. I'll tell you what it was. They had the girls kicking. They had us defending. They had the girls kicking the balls between them, and we had to try and stop the ball. Oh mate, you've never had a workout like it, right? And we drained, and then we had to run like not run, but like jog from Cuffy's all the way over, to Augustine's. Forget there. We get there, and they're like, "Oh, we're doing chase the ace today." I was like, "Oh shit." Like my legs were done. Like I've been running for hours, and then they wanted me to play chase the ace. Like if you're not football, Ryan, I don't know if Ryan knows what chase the ace is.
No, I don't know. What is it?
Right, what it is you get in a line of you, and the ace runs round and hits the back of the pack, and as he hits the back of the pack, the next one goes. So it's like you have to run a circuit, like a big squared circuit, and then come back. So we had to do like half the pitch.
Bloody hell.
So yeah, you can imagine me and like Sanders was in shape, so was I. We'd been running for fucking 2 hours at that point. I was the worst one, right? I'll tell you what the worst example of it was. This is when everything clashes together. Basically, we had a game. We had like a tournament, up in middle of nowhere, like Bolton, and fucking for some infinite wisdom, our coach decided not to play me. So I was like, all right, well I'll play for the the boys were like, "Oh, we'll do it." Like Gaz was going, and so was Ant. They was like, "All right, okay, we'll fucking, you know what I mean? We'll go to the court, you know, like the teachers versus students. Like when you get older, you get like, I don't know if you ever did it. Did you ever do students versus teachers on a night at football? I don't know. I don't know if it was just our area. Basically, what happened is like the teachers first the pupils in football every Friday night. So they was like, "Oh, we'll warm up there, go home, get our tea, and then we'll go to the, you know, the foot to get down, you know, for the tournament." I was like, "Cool." He was like, "Shame you're not coming, because then you could have just gone home, you know, and got your food." I was like, "Yeah." So then I had to jog from there up to Cuthbert's for do training, and I had 2 hours of training. So I've been playing now 3 hours on the clock, right? Then I jogged. I thought, "Oh, well, I'll take my time." I got home. My mum lifted out my tea. I went, put it on my knee, and my phone went off. And it was my youth trainer saying, "Can you come and play football tonight?" I was like, "For fuck's sake." Do you know what? You're just tired. I was like, yeah. So then I run down, get my kit on, because they had like, you know, the youth kit, you know, Yip kit. And it was like blue and like shit. So yeah, I put the Yip kit on, right? And then I had to go and play football for 4 hours. By the way, I'd already played 3 hours. So then at this point, I clocked in 7 hours of football in one night. By the end of the night, I could not walk. The bad thing is, I had to be up in the morning for football. I had to be up at like fucking. I had to be up early in the morning, you know, like for play football for open age team. I was like, please don't play me. Like, you know, the one time you don't want to get played for the team. I was like, please just don't play me. I want to be on bench all day so I can sit and rest my fucking legs because my legs are killing me. Because my legs were still sore from the day after. One of our players got injured. I get put on. I had nothing left in the tank. Not an inch. It was disgusting. Yeah, I used to be a fitness freak back in the day. Not so much now. Back in the day, I was a fitness freak. Go on, have you got any stories about sports and recreation? I don't think you was much of a sport. You don't look like much of a... I don't know, no offence to you, Ryan. You don't look like you was a big sportsy fan.
In terms of school, no, but you probably know about this, but there was a time when I could technically go back to do it if I really wanted to, but I actually did a bit of wrestling training myself. And we did like a little mock match. It's fun, but I think my only main gripe with it is sometimes if you get like a bad trainer, that can put you off because then you're like, well, this guy's just a dick.
Oh man, like I only ever went to wrestling once. I went to it. Don't get me wrong, I loved it, but like it's so much hard work. Like because my town hasn't got it. I had to go to like Manchester. You know what I mean? And like go to a school there, and like it was a pain in the ass because like you had to go there, and like it's just really long winded. You know what I mean? Like it's fucking extended too long. And like no offense to people who do it, like I imagine it's normal travel for anybody, but like when you go in to wrestle for like 2 hours and then you've got to get a train home, it's a fucking baller.
It's just not very ideal, is it?
No, not when like because I had walked at train station, then I had to get on train, and then I got lost because I got off at the wrong station. So I like try and find me fucking rather than getting the lift off my friend, I walked home thinking I knew the fucking way, and I didn't. I got lost. So like then I went on a hike for like fucking 4 hours. I was like, I got home and then like I went home and my stepdad was like, "Do you want to come out, you know, for a few vodkas?" I was like, yeah. Well, I've done a massive training session, so yeah, I was like, yeah. I drunk a skinful, but like obviously I needed a shower because I've been at like wrestling for hours. I got in, went upstairs, and the light wasn't working in the bathroom. You know when your light just blows. The light had blown that morning, so we didn't have a light in the bathroom. I shit you not. You know when you go in the shower and you're like cleaning yourself? I looked down, I looked coloured. I'm trying to be I looked, didn't look white, right? I had a bruise the size of my nipple and my chest. It was that bad. Have you ever, did you know your warm-up? What was your warm-up like?
Just do like a bit of like exercise and stuff.
Oh, bro. We did 250 chops because someone bought a fucking new pair of boots. I wanted to die. I wanted to die.
Anything like that.
Bro, I've never been hit so much in my fucking life. My chest was bruised for like 3 weeks. It was ridiculous how bad it was. Like, it was horrendous. And, like, don't get me wrong, I loved it. Like, you know, when you come back, you're like, oh my God, it was so good. It was so good. Like, but my nan was like, you ever go box it, if you're never going back. Like, my nan banned me from ever going back because I was that bruised afterwards. It was crazy. Um, but wrestling, I enjoyed wrestling. I tell you what, I give due to wrestlers because, oh my God, it's so much hard work. It really is. Like, I give you dues, boys, like, because I'm out. What would you do it again?
Maybe, but again, it would have to be with the right people. Like, yeah, I just got.
The thing is, we could make a phone call to someone tomorrow, and he'd be quite happy to teach us because he'd love to mess us up in a ring. Because with P and finishes with Y. I imagine Paddy would love to teach us because Paddy would love to just like rip the piss out of us all day. You know what I mean? But yeah, I feel like there's I feel like wrestling is the next level like of training. Do you know what I mean? Like, I thought rugby was hard, I thought football was hard, and I thought you got fucked up doing that. But like, you do wrestling, it's another level. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, definitely.
But yeah, I generally don't know what would be harder. But yeah, you've now got a bit of our life story, a bit of a this is just going to be called the life story at this point because we're just going to start with just college.
We'll probably end up doing something else like this because it's nice just to have no subject and just like chat.
Well, it was a bit of a subject. It was more like a growing up subject, but yeah, we nailed this one. We nailed it. There was only one thing I wanted to bring up, wasn't there? Oh yeah, my birthday. Right, and celebrating birthdays in lockdown. I won't be doing much this year because of COVID still being like, I would say rampant in some aspects. I'm getting my second jab and like a couple of days before like my birthday, so it's gonna mess me up anyway. But like, I feel like I'll probably buy some vodka and coke, and have a few drinks myself for my birthday. What did you do for your birthday? Because you was in lockdown, weren't you?
Not been able to do an awful lot, to be honest. Like, just been nice to be able to just go out places again. Like, I know why people don't, because they're with people that are vulnerable and stuff, but
I won't because the only person I would go.
I'll just go out just to be able to be out for a bit.
I don't think I'll be doing much because obviously I'll only be really spending time with my nan and granddad this year. So I'll probably just get a couple of beers. Either get a couple of beers or get a vodka and coke and go sit and spend the day with my nan. I don't think I'll really do a lot. Do you know what I mean? Because like I might just go up, spend some time with them, and then come home. My nan was asking me the other day what do I want for my birthday. I was like, I don't know. Like, I really don't. But it's nice for it to be asked. But no, it's like Ryan's had 2 lockdowns. Technically, we're in lockdown, but we're not in lockdown. It feels like things haven't gone back to normal yet, really, in the UK. I feel like we're still a bit iffy. Would you be the best way to say it?
Yeah, I see that.
Because like you've still got to book in advance, and then you've got to go in with a passport and shit. I can't be asked. It's too much like I work for it. Go for a fucking meal. Do you know what I mean? Like if we go for a meal, you got to pull a passport out with freaking says you've had your COVID jab twice. No, you're all right, bro. I'll do it next year when like lockdown isn't as like we don't have to deal with this shit. Do you know what I mean? Have you heard about the COVID jab that it's only lasted 6 months, and then you've got to renew?
Have you?
Yeah. Apparently it lasts 6 months and then you have to renew it. So, realistically, my nan got hers done like June. She's probably going to have hers done like fucking November. Again. So, like a booster, you like a booster. Not like a full one, but you need like a booster jab every 6 months.
Oh, right.
So, like, mine will be like September, October, November, December, January, February, March. March or April, I'll have to get mine done next year. Ryan's fully coordinated, by the way, just like, no, that's why Ryan's not asked. I'm not. I've still got to get my second one. I'm really not looking forward to it because it fucked me up last time. I'm not looking forward to getting COVID jabs again. I feel like that's it. Oh, by the way, if you want to wish me happy birthday in the comment section, or not comment section, well, if you're on YouTube, comment section, if not, Twitter, you can wish me happy birthday. It is the 2nd of October. Just to give you a bit of dating.
Literally a month today when we're recording.
Yeah. The Saturday. So if you want to wish me happy birthday, feel free. You can hit me up on Twitter, or you can hit up the podcast on Twitter. Say that it doesn't. I was going to say it does have the link to Twitter, but it doesn't on the podcast on Spotify. It does on YouTube, but it doesn't on Twitter because obviously they don't get a video package. But yeah. Yeah, so Twitter, it is the Go On Then podcast. If you type it in, you'll find it. It's literally the same name. We've kept everything the same, so like, it was easier for you guys to find it rather than like us explaining. Oh, the podcast name is such a thing, such a thing, such. You know what I mean? We kept it as one simple name. We did everything back to back, and it's all organised. Ryan is the editor of the logo for the podcast, so shout out to Ryan. Oh, I've got one for you, but it's a private conversation. But it's not a private conversation. I was going to say to you, I might get you to. It doesn't matter. I was going to get you to design a new logo for something, but like saying that, it'll be out. Will it be out? I'm wondering if it'll be out before. Yeah, it will be. I wanted you to design like a new Dreps logo, you know, yourself, because I love what you did with the podcast thing, and I feel like you could do a bang over, like a symbol logo.
Oh, right.
Because we're doing a shout out. If you want to go and watch this video, we're doing like a Money in the Bank pay-per-view show thing, and basically we're gonna have the sidemen takes on me, you, Ryan, no, me, you, Ed, Padder, and obviously we're getting in the sidemen. It's KSI, Bazinga, Toby, not Toby, Josh, and Mini Minter in a 4-man elimination match. You know, like a 4-man tag team, like a Survivor Series match.
Oh, right.
I'm setting it up. It's going to be a fucking nightmare for edit, but I'll do it. I'll get it done. But yeah, just a shout out to that. I've worked out. By the way, we've got our entrance is sick. Actually, it will be out before that, so it's fine because the Money in the Bank happens in like mid-September. Basically, we're coming out like the Shield from the top, and they're coming out like. I think it's no, they're coming out like, you know, the club.
Oh,
Simon
yeah.
are coming out like the club, and we're coming out like the Shield from the rings. Because obviously Dreps is returning after a year. Because we've all been like separate, you know, doing our own shit, and like we're all meant to be coming back for this one pay-per-view only. So like I want sort of like one-off, you know, pay-per-view look, like a pay-per-view design logo thing.
Yeah.
So that was just an idea, because your design works a bit. Like if you ever want an arena designing in a WWE game, shout right out. What one was it you did? And everybody was like, "Oh, the arena's sick," and I can't remember what the freaking arena was. You did it for one of my pay-per-views and sent it me. I can't remember what that was. It was 2K19. It was 2K19 because I remember I asked you and he was like, "Oh yeah, I'll bang it," and then he banged it out in like it was like 2 days, something like that. It took you 2 days, whatever. I was sick.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I know what you mean.
I feel like that's it, Ryan. I think we've touched everything we needed to touch.
Yeah, that
anything,
sounds about okay to
anything
me.
you want to add to the touch?
That sounds good to me.
We've done 3 back-to-back here, boys. If we sound a bit like it's because we've done 3 back-to-back because Ryan's away next week, and obviously it's my birthday, so we probably will bang one more out as well because obviously I want to take a break the weekend and my birthday, so we'll probably saying that we don't need to because we'll be recording before that. We'll probably try back.
We'll be 3 weeks ahead anyway, so we'll have time to be able to do.
No, we'll be 4 weeks ahead. We're actually technically 5 weeks away ahead at minute. First one isn't out till tomorrow, and obviously we're 4 weeks ahead then. So we're technically like 5 weeks ahead of ourselves, but we wanted to get a couple out back to back because like obviously it's the build up to Christmas, and we wanted because like, realistically, if we can get done to like January, like the first week after January, we can then take a break over Christmas and not have to worry about the podcast and stuff. That's the plan anyway. Because like obviously Christmas is coming, and I don't think Ryan and me really want to be sat editing and recording over Christmas. That's why I'm trying to get like I'm going to try and get like 2 or 3 months ahead of myself. You know, I'm recording YouTube and stuff, so that like I can take a break over Christmas and like New Year, so I can have a drink and like enjoy spending time with like just myself and the dog. I'm an old man. I'm sad and lonely.
Wow.
Oh no, it's fine. Do you know what? I'd rather have it like that. I like being able to wake up when I want to, and like, you know, like don't feel like I've got to jump up and feel I'm not get up out of bed and stuff on Christmas Day. So I like that. There's gonna be no Oh no, there is Doctor Who this year. Holy shit! Thank fuck. I missed Doctor Who being on at Christmas, but to be honest, with her, it's not been as good. Anyway, let's end the podcast there. Thank you so much for watching. we can't say enough. Thank you so much for watching. If you've downloaded, watched and recorded or whatever, like whatever you've done, if you listened to it on Spotify, if you've watched it on YouTube, if you've downloaded and watched it from Spotify, or if you've gone to the RSS and downloaded it from the RSS, feel free. It's been amazing to edit and record. Can't wait to get back on it again, because I love having these little chats with Ryan. And I will see you all in a bit. Thank you so much. This has been your host, GSA Wrestling.
And your co-host, Ryan Iconic Shows. We do hope you're doing okay and have a good week/weekend.
I will see you all in a bit.
Did you enjoy our little chat? If so, why not drop a like? And if you want to see more, why not hit the subscribe button?